Good morning, everybody. Join us for some a holy flow. Pardon? However you want to be. All right. So when you get here, come to your mat, into your favorite position just while we wait. As you show up, perhaps this is a time that you need prayer in your life. Maybe you post on this video some prayer requests for you, and we can pray over it at the end of class and throughout the week and the day if you need that. Let me just introduce myself again. My name is Christina Garcia. I am just one of the many instructors at Blissful Spirits. I typically teach in the Rio Rancho studio, and that's where I'm at today. So, as we come, I needed something to be normal in my life because it doesn't seem very normal at this time. We're not teaching social distancing, and for me to keep my class times at 7:30 a.m. on Saturdays and at 6 p.m. on Sundays is me keeping normal and still moving and connecting with you guys because you are my family and my community as well. So welcome to our live stream this morning, and I am so glad that you're here. I see some people posting. I have my glasses on, but I can't read that close. I put my eyeball up there, but I will get back and probably text you a little bit later. I did bring Jennifer in today. She is one of our regular students, and I see her outside of here, and so she's gonna join here at the studio with me and to show how we can still be community as friends and family and still social distancing from society. So welcome everybody to Blissful Spirits for our online free classes. It is such a joy to be able to come here, and even though you're not here in person, to be able to use this social media platform to connect with you. It is keeping life a little normal. So let's come to our mats. You can go ahead and start by lying flat on your mat. Now I'll probably sit up and read a little bit, but coming to your mat, lying flat down. Stand the legs. You can come into butterfly. We're going to come into some awareness of our body this morning. It is first thing in the morning for a lot of us. So let's start to connect with the breath. In Genesis 2:7, I repeat this all the time because I need the reminder that our breath just isn't our own. It's God's breath in us. So maybe you envision God breathing life into your body right now on this mat, breathing into you. The places that feel stagnant and hopeless and hurting physically or spiritually, emotionally, allow that breath to bring life into those areas. Just take a few moments right here. Recognize the cadence of your breath. God created universe with rhythm. He created you and I the same way, with our own rhythm, unique, to stand out, not to blend in. So finding your cadence right here, right now. Breathe. Find that rhythm in your heart, that constant heartbeat. The ins and out of the breath. Start to let your body be heavy onto the ground, and maybe here as God's breathing life into you and through your nostrils, you get heavy into His hands and you sink deeper in the comfort of His sovereignty in our lives. Start to give yourself permission to hear the noises in your space, in your home or in your office. Start to have your ears open to hear, and maybe just the worldly noises, but God speaking to you, answering a prayer. So today we're going to flow with a little bit of gratitude. Here, start to think about something you're truly thankful for. And no joking aside, sometimes it's that loaf of bread. Oh, last night I got to go to the grocery store and the bread aisle had bread. I was so excited. I got one loaf of bread, my killer days, and brought it home. And I'm so thankful for an egg sandwich in the morning. So what are you thankful for? Your family coming together, the kids being home, quality time, that you get to work from home, that you have shelter. What are you thankful for? Breathe it in. I'm going to read from Psalms 29:11, and this is what it says. The Lord gives strength to all his people. The Lord blesses his people with peace. And so maybe we have that peace, that blessing of peace today from the Lord. So breathe in peace. Where is it that you see in your life, in your body, in your soul, that you need peace? This is a place where you can be on your mat, connecting to this physical body, this temple that God gave you, and finding and asking God for what your heart desires. Take this time to set an intention for your class. Maybe it is the peace that you're seeking this morning. What is your heart desire for yourself on your mat today? And as you breathe that in and connect with that desire, that intention, exhale out any distractions. And an intention could be really sending prayers towards somebody that's heavy on your heart as well. Because this class is a moving prayer and praise session on your mat with Jesus. And I'm going to pray us in. Father, we come to you just simply as we are, who we are. And you know each and one of us. It's just up to us to connect to you and to come to a place where we can have your strength and your peace in our lives. Lord, you know our heart's desire, and we lift that up to you. We give you our heart's desire. Please listen to us as we open ourselves up into praise and worship, moving this beautiful Saturday morning. We give it all to you. Mold us like clay. Change our negative attitude into a positive one. Take our frown and bring it upside down and give us a smile. And let us recognize the gifts that you have given us in our lives as we get to move through this morning, the next hour. We praise you. We thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. Go ahead and take those hands overhead. Give yourself that good morning stretch. Say hello, body. Am I the only one that says it? Say hello, body. Oh. All right. Bend one knee and then the other knee. Bring it into the chest. And give yourself some circles here. Feeling the lower back. Go with the opposite direction. Move one knee, then the other knee. Move any way that feels good for you. I don't know about you, but I've been sitting a lot, so get some energy going into this body. Interlock those fingers over the shins and draw those knees towards the shoulders. And then on your next exhale, draw your shoulders up towards your knees. Bring your belly down towards your spine. And then bring your chin towards your chest. Nice little tight ball. Release the shoulders and the chin. Let the feet come down. Extend those hands nice and open. And we're going to come into banana pose. Take an inhale and the exhale. Walk your feet over to the right side of the mat, opening up the left side of the body. So take your mind here. Feel the left side of the body gently open. What do you feel? Are you aware of it? Inhale, and on your next exhale, walk your shoulders over. Taking some breaths right here. So now you look like a banana on your mat. Reaching over, opening up the side body here. Now keep that left hip connected to the earth. Try not to let that left hip roll over to the right. So if they can't connect, walk those feet back and maybe bring the shoulders back a little bit. And then if you desire more, maybe cross the left ankle over the right. Slow, intentional. Now if you get it there and you decide, whoa, this is a lot, unwind it. I say in my classes, good, better, best. It's good to be in a form and feel it. It's better to breathe into it. And if you don't have a challenge, you don't know how far you can go. So challenge yourself. If it's too much of a challenge, go to the last place you were at, and that's the best place. Breathe. How's the breath going? Are you breathing here? Now take a nice inhale. Let those ribs expand. And on the exhale, walk your shoulders back over your hips and unwind your feet. Walk your feet back. Bend your knees. Bring your knees back into your chest. Do some knee circles here. And go both directions. Interlock those fingers around the shins. Take an inhale on the exhale, same thing we did before. Draw the knees towards the shoulders, bring the shoulders up towards the knees, chin towards the chest. Draw the belly down towards the belly. The belly down towards the spine. Release that left leg out. Bring that right knee up towards that right shoulder. Let the shoulders relax. Take the right knee out to the right, opening up the right hip just a little bit. And bring it across the body. Right knee comes across the body to the left. Take your eye gaze to the right. Nice side twist. Now on this side twist, your left leg can stay straight, or you can put a slight bend into it. Just breathe here into your body. Where do you feel the opening happening? Invite God to come into this place with you, into your body. It's physical healing today for you. Just ask God to be present with you as you feel your body opening up. Bring it back into neutral. Interlock your fingers around that right knee. Extend that right leg up towards the ceiling. Interlock your fingers behind the thigh. Point and flex that foot. How about a little gratitude for that foot? Do some ankle circles. The strength, the feet bone, they're not very big, but if you think about it, it holds our whole body up. It all works together. Spread those toes wide. See if you can spread them wide. Get some space between those toes, and then curl them up. Spread them wide. Curl them up. Point and flex a couple more times. And then lower right leg down towards the ground. Hands come right back overhead. Good morning. Stretch, and let's walk it to the left. Heels walk to the left. Banana pose. Walk the shoulders over to the left, opening up the right side of the body this time. Take some time here. Where do you feel it? Take your mind to your body. Are you in too much? Unwind it a bit. Go ahead and cross the right leg over the left. Keep that right hip connected to the earth. So if you rolled up on that left hip, see if you can just lift that. See if you can have the intention of lifting the left hip so that right hip comes down. Maybe you touch wrists or fingers. If your elbows come off the ground here, separate your arms a little bit wider. Let the pec area open up, the shoulders. Inhale, big breath. Let those ribs expand. We don't do that much in yoga. Open up that fascia in there, that connective tissue, and then exhale, bring them back in. Unwind your legs and your shoulders. Gently bend your knees, bringing your knees up towards your chest. Oh yeah. Do a couple circles with your knees. As you can tell, I just got out of bed too. I drove myself down here just so I could be with you because I needed you in my life. All right, interlock those fingers around the shins and draw those knees towards the shoulders once again. Shoulders towards knees, chin towards chest, belly towards spine. Release the shoulders down towards the earth. Take your fingers over and hands over the left shin, right leg goes out. Take that left knee out to the left, just opening up through the hips a little bit. And let's take it across the body. Take the right hand, take the left knee across the body. Side twist here. Wherever you feel it, take your mind there. One more inhale, one more exhale. Choose to release anything that you feel. And bring it back. Bring that left knee up, bring that right knee up. I'm going to move just to the side a little bit. Open up your knees nice and wide and grab your ankles. So this is a child's pose on your back. So gently opening up these hips. So knees go out, soles of the feet together. Now you can keep your hands on your ankles or you can grab the sides of your feet and bring it up into happy baby. So finding your happy baby, bringing your knees down towards your side, underarms and your thighs towards your side belly. You check out Jennifer, she's doing it. She did a little rock, she's soothing her body. Take some time just to soothe your body here. Take an exhale, see if you can release those shoulders a little bit more towards the earth. Another inhale is lengthen your spine. Next exhale, see if you can bring your tailbone down towards the earth. Here's where you might grab your ankles. Nice long spine. How are you lengthening your spine? Taking the shoulders out of the ears. Imagining that the crown of the head is coming up. Bring your knees back into your chest. Take the hands to the shins or to the back of the thighs. Start to rock forwards and backwards. And we're going to come into this seated form. So crisscross applesauce here to the seated form. Roll those shoulders down and back. Get out any cobwebs you got there. Oh, roll it forward. Drop your chin to your chest. Take your hands behind your back. Interlock those hands behind your back, chin to chest. 3 breaths right here. Maybe you grab opposite forearms or elbows, or just reach your hands back. Release those hands, bring them back to your shins or your knees, and take the right ear to the right shoulder. So taking the right ear, right shoulder, take your left hand out to the left, and then rotate your thumb down towards the ground, and bring that forearm to the back as we just drop our head over to the right. Take the chin up towards the ceiling. Bring the chin down towards the right shoulder. Some movement in this neck up towards the ceiling. down towards the shoulder, up towards the ceiling, down towards the shoulder. Release that left arm, let it come forward, and bring your chin back to your chest and sway it over to the left side. So coming to that left side, just opening the right side of the neck. Take your right hand out, thumb down, and bring the back of the hand, arm to the back. Taking some breaths right here. Where do you feel it? Take your chin up towards the ceiling, rotating up towards the ceiling or the sky. You might be outside. It's a little chilly this morning, but bring the chin down. I can't wait for it to be warm weather. You guys know I live off grid. I cannot wait to do some sunrise, early morning flows with you live. Chin up. And bring chin down. And bring that chin up. Now remember, if I guide you somewhere and it hurts you, you're going to just not do it, okay? Or breathe through it if it's challenging, chin down. And release that right arm forward and sway your head from shoulder to shoulder. And maybe you do full neck circles here if your neck allows, lifting up through the collarbone, letting the shoulders roll out of the ears. And go both directions if you're rotating your neck. And chin back down towards your chest. Take your eye gaze forward, palms up. It's a point of receptivity, right? It's like, Father, come to me, and I release it all back to you, all the heaviness. We're going to inhale. So let's find the breath. Inhale it out, letting the breath be in charge of the movements. And then exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale. So find your rhythm. We're not all going to flow at the same pace. As your hands rise, you're inhaling. And as you exhale, you're bringing your hands to your heart center. Lift up through the lower belly as you do that. Let the shoulders come out of the ears. 3 more breaths. Find your rhythm. Maybe shut down your eyes here so you can connect with your breath. Letting your breath tell your body how to move. And on that last one, we just our hands to the heart center. Inhale, let those hands rise. And let's twist it over to the right. Right hand behind the hip. Left hand to the outside of the thigh. Sit up nice and tall. Now move from, we say the belly a lot of times. The lower ribs is where we really move from. So see if you can move from the lower ribs and then your lungs. Let that left shoulder draw back and that right shoulder come to that left shoulder come to the right, and eye gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, bring those hands overhead, really intentionally connecting with your body. Start to feel any energy surges you have. Twist to the left. Left hand to the outside of the thigh, right hand to the outside of the thigh, left hand behind the hip. Twist from the lower belly, the lower ribs. Same thing on this side. You're doing it with intention. Left shoulder draws to the right, right shoulder comes to the left, eye gaze over the left. Release. Bring it back center. Hands come overhead. Praise God. Mind, body, and soul. Setting your eyes just on movement that is praiseworthy. So if you come into a space where you're competitive with your family member next to you or your friend, or just really super competitive with yourself, ask God if that's where you need to be today and continue to move. Let's come into tabletop. So coming into tabletop, we're going to do knees under hips, fingers spread wide, crown of the head forward, draw the belly up, flat back. I could have my nice cup of hot coffee on your back today, but here we are, nice firm tabletop. We're going to do some cat-cows, open up the spine, more breath work. Inhale, tailbone rises, belly drops, heart comes forward. Exhale, round and curl the tailbone, rounding the back, broadening through the shoulders, chin to the chest. Press the hands away from the earth. The body presses away. Find your breath, maybe shut down your eyes, come back into cow pose when you're ready. Starting to breathe in through the nose, out through the nose, creating some heat within the body. Call that a victorious breath. One more cat-cow, don't rush. Take your time to get there, and when you're done with that last cat pose, let's find ourselves in child's pose, knees wide, toes touch. Often called peaceful warrior. And set it on back. Let those hands come forward, coming back inside your body, into your thoughts. This is a good place to remember that you are God's child, that He loves you, and you just start to let go of all those responsibilities, all the heavies that you hold on to, and those earthly titles of mother, father, brother, sister, because this is your time on your mat. Your husband or spouse or friend may be right next to you, your child, but take this opportunity just to be God's child. This is your oxygen mask. This is your time for wholeness so that you can care for those you come in contact with. You can be there for them physically and emotionally and spiritually. So just come into the presence of the Lord. I'm yours. Inhale, come into tabletop. Bring those knees back in. Spread those fingers nice and wide. We're going to take that right leg back. Press that right toes into the earth. Press the right heel back. Take your top rib bone forward, bringing the shoulders out of the ears. Lift the belly towards the spine. Where do you feel this? We're like Stretch Armstrong, right? Our head is coming forward. We're lengthening our neck and we're pushing the heel back. So we're trying to lengthen some muscles in here. Take that right leg over the left. And take your eye gaze over to that right foot. Bring that right foot all the way out to the right. Left hand underneath that left shoulder and inhale, right hand lifts. So rise up here. And strong inhale. Here we go. Exhale, round and curl. Really squeeze like a watermelon underneath that left rib and reach that right hand underneath the left underarm. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, round and curl. Moving with your breath. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, round and curl. Hold this. See if you can keep your hips where they're at. Stretch through. Shift your weight to the left hand and the left shin. Bring that right knee in to meet the left. Sit it back down. Keep that left elbow next to that left knee and cross that right hand over, chin to chest. Nice tight little child's pose here. Release those hands forward, come back into tabletop. We're going to take that left leg back. Left toes press into the mat, left heel back. And then once you get that nice calf stretch, take your collarbone forward. Lift the belly up. Breathe in here. Is it a panic breath or is it a slow, intentional breathing of life into your body? Take that left foot over the right. Take your eye gaze to the left. Take your left leg all the way out to the left. Right hand underneath that right shoulder. And inhale, left hand rises, rise up. Reach up, spread those fingers. Shoulders out of the ears and exhale. Round and curl, squeeze that watermelon, reach through. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, reach it up.
Exhale, round and curl. Hold this one. So we're reaching through, intentionally opening up through that shoulder. Shift the weight to the right. Bring the left leg in to meet the right. Set it down. Right elbow to right knee. Left elbow crosses to left knee. Round and curl. Now, they won't probably touch the knees unless you're super long in the arms, and you know I'm a T-Rex. So take it to where your body wants to take it. And reach it forward. Come back up into that tabletop. Here we go. Starting to create some energy in your spine and in your body. You might start feeling heat in your body. Be aware of how your body is feeling. Inhale, right leg lifts. Flex those right toes down towards the ground. Shift the weight to that right hand lifts. So pulling the belly in, flexing the toes towards the earth, thumb reaching towards the ceiling. Take an inhale on the exhale, elbow to inner thigh, round and curl. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, round and curl. Really round this. Make it a cat back. Inhale, reach it out. Take it further. Lift that right heel up towards the ceiling. Take that left hand back. See if you can try not to dip that knee. See if you can grab the foot. Lift up through the heart. Reach it right back out. Have control. Try not to let that foot just leave you. And round and curl. Bring it right back. Inhale, reach it up. Left hand down. Tuck those left toes. Feel those left toes into the earth, and we're going to press it up into three-legged dog. So pressing it up into three-legged dog, flex those toes. Just let that left leg start to open, lengthen through the neck. Now, if you don't have any sciatic issues, see if you can stack your right hip on top of the left, lifting the heel. Extend through the leg. Then once you have that extension and lift, bend the knee, keep the knee high, heel to glute. See if you can press your hips over to the right. Bring it back, three-legged dog, extension, release. Toes towards the earth, lift up high to those left toes. Bring the knees down together. And we exhale, release those shoulders, child's pose. Inhale, come into tabletop. Left leg rises. Shift the weight to that left hand, right hand rises. Thumb up. Toes towards the earth. Bring that, if your toes are pointing towards the side of the room, bring that pinky toe down towards the earth. Nice. Take an inhale, exhale, elbow to inner thigh. Round and curl. Cat back this. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, reach it out. Make this one really good. Really round and curl. Draw the belly in. Round it. Inhale, reach it out. Taking the spine the other way. Bend that left knee. Heel rise. Take the right hand back and see if you can grab the foot. Lift up to the heart. Now, if that's not accessible, lift the heel. Reach the hand back. Lift up to the heart. If you're looking down and your shoulders are rounded, just for an example, just eye gaze forward, let the shoulder, right shoulder drop back and push the heel away from the bum. Now release the foot, bring the hand back. Bring that right hand down towards the ground, tuck those right toes, and come up into three-legged dog on the right side. So finding this three-legged dog, it's the same as when we're in tabletop, left toes pointing down towards the ground. Once again, if you have sciatic issues, try not to stack your hips, but just keep it square. If you don't have any sciatic issues, see if you can draw that left hip into place and stack left hip on top of right, extending through the heel. Then bend the knee, keeping the knee high, heel towards glute. With that same extension, release, come out of it. Square up those hips, high into those right toes, bring it all the way back down towards the earth. Come into child's pose. So coming back into child's pose, I'm going to read that scripture again. We're halfway through, and this is what it says: the Lord gives strength to his people. So it's in our weakness when we come to him, he is going to strengthen us, right? The Lord gives strength to his people. The Lord blesses his people with peace. With peace. But we have to know him to know that peace, to infuse his strength into our day-to-day activities. Inhale, bring it into tabletop. We're going to tuck those toes, feel the toes connect to the earth. Now let's come into down dog. So coming into down dog, pedal one leg, then the other leg. Finding some movement here. Dip a hip. Don't worry too much about form. I'd just like you to come to a place where you're exploring your body this morning. Eye gaze at your toes, then eye gaze at your thumbs. Take a nice little journey. Walk it right on up. Forward fold. So coming into forward fold, maybe you cha-cha your legs here, bend one, then the other. Let your head just drop. Oh, see if you can lengthen your spine by letting gravity help you, letting all of your torso just hang here. Perhaps you rock from the balls of your feet to the heels of your feet, and you grab opposite arms. If you have lower back issues, bend your knees a little bit, take your forearms to your thighs, and then let your head hang. But choose what's right for your body. Fingers down towards the ground. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. So lengthen. Draw those shoulder blades together. Let's make that first one right. Shoulder blades together. Bottom rib in. Length of the spine. Tailbone back, crown of the head forward. It's really not a look up, but it's a look down and an extension of the neck. Release, come down towards the ground. Bend those knees, roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Oh, I'm going to move back. One vertebrae at a time, standing. Inhale, hands rise, give it all to God. Exhale, cactus arms lift up through the heart. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Take the right leg back into a lunge. Right hip forward, left hip back. Squeeze those inner thighs, lift up through the belly. Drop that right knee down and inhale, hands rise, low crescent. So finding that low crescent, breathe. Take an inhale, the exhale, hands come down towards the ground. Shift your hips back, flex the left toes towards the nose. Let's walk our hands over to the left. Nice little twist here. Walk it back center. Bring it right back into that low lunge. Take the hands to the top of the thigh and shift those hips forward. So when we shift our hips forward, a lot of times we push through the belly here. See if you can lift the lower belly up. Bringing the right hip forward, left hip back as we move in one core piece from the pelvis and the lower back rather than pushing through the belly. Okay, shoulders down and back. Maybe take your hands behind your back and lift up through your heart. Release the hands down towards the ground. Tuck your right toes, come into that runner's lunge, hands to the ground. Take your left foot back to meet the right plank. So finding your plank, check out your heels, bring those heels over the toes, shoulders in front of the fingertips, elbows in, and drop the knees. Try not to shift the hips back and slowly lower down. 5, 4, elbows towards your hips. 2, and 1. Nice. Come into Sphinx pose. Forearms to the ground, hands on the earth, lift up through the heart. Take an eye gaze to the right, let that left shoulder come forward. Yes, bring it back. Sphinx. Let's twist it to the left. Right shoulder comes forward. Bring it back. Lower down towards the ground, hands underneath the shoulders. Press the knees into the ground. Use those triceps. Press it back up. Tuck those toes down dog. Now we're in down dog. Think about the best form you can have in this down dog. So gently, gently draw your lower ribs in. Now keep those lower ribs in and lengthen your neck. Draw the shoulder blades together. Squeeze those upper arms towards each other. Eye gaze at your fingers. Take those baby steps, flat-footed up to your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. You've been upside down for a little bit, so bring it up nice and slow, swan dive it, but take it easy. No head rush. Hands come up, heart opens. I choose to be open to whatever this day has. Exhale, bring it to your heart. I receive. Nice. Inhale, hands come overhead. Exhale, cactus arms, heart lifts. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Good, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot comes back into that lunge. So get that right knee over that right ankle. Heel toe that foot out if you need to. Bring that right hip back as you bring that left hip forward and drop that left knee down. Squeezing those inner thighs together, hands rise. You have stability. It's all about the base, right? It's our connection with God that makes us stable in this unstable world. Breathe. Hands come down towards the ground. Shift the hips back. Flex the right toes towards the nose. Where do you feel it? Let's walk those hands to the right. Nice stretch. Bring it back center. Roll over that foot. Hands to the thigh. And we're going to shift it forward. This is the one form that if the knee comes in front of the ankle, we don't worry too much about it, but where's the belly? Are you lifting up through that belly? You can interlock your fingers behind the back and lift up through the heart. Release, come down towards the ground. Tuck those left toes, runner's lunge. Hands come to the earth. Take that right leg back to meet the left. Now, depending on your practice, if you're a more advanced practitioner, you go right ahead and keep it up in full plank and bring it down. This class, we drop our knees. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine, and on the exhale, slowly lower down, having control. Hands and fingers come to the shoulders and the thumbs right above, right below the shoulders. Inhale, lift up slightly. We're going to explore the back. So little baby cobra, lower down. If you need more, take your palms back. Bring your thumbs a little bit lower than your pecs. And take an inhale, lift it up, maybe a little bit higher. Elbows are still buoyant here, so you can still bend those elbows. Roll those shoulders down back, bring the back of the head back. Where do you feel it? Too much? Go back to the one you were before. If you need more, bring those palms all the way to the lowest ribs. Press the palms into the ground. Find the top of the feet. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, lift up. Press the feet to the ground, lift the thighs up. Ears over the shoulders. Lower it down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Press it up, take it into a child's pose. Just taking care of your spine here, one pose at a time. So coming back into the centering of whose you are, child pose. So it doesn't matter what class you're in, you can connect with God on your mat anywhere. Inhale, come into tabletop. Tuck those toes. Take it into down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Take it knee to nose, round and curl. Take your eye gaze forward, hold that knee to nose, step that right foot down. Right hip back, left hip forward, hands to the hips. Bring it up. So now we're bringing it up into this crescent lunge. Hip back. If you're leaning forward, bend that back knee, get those shoulders over the hips, sink it down. Then, stable, you're not wobbling, hands rise. These are an accessory, right? We should be able to move these hands however we can. So squeeze, pull up to the belly, breathe. Shoulders out of the ears. Just holding, stagnant, feeling the strength in this form. Hands come down towards the ground. Right foot comes back to meet the left plank. Drop the knees. Exhale, lower halfway down. Bring it all the way to Sphinx, half cobra, up dog, your practice. So you start to flow a little bit more. Bring it down towards the ground. Press it back up. Come into that down dog. Finding that down dog here, left leg rises. Take an inhale on the exhale, knee to nose, round and curl. Then take the eye gaze forward. Step that left foot forward. Get it up there the best that you can. Right hip forward, left hip back. Hands to the hips. Bring it up. So find your stability first. Squeeze those inner thighs. Shoulders over hips. Bend that back knee if you need to. Hands rise. So we're going to hold this static form. So try to bring those shoulders out of the ears. Maybe open it up. Bring those ribs in. Chin is level. Sinking down a little bit more. Make it a little bit more intense for yourself if that's your challenge. Breathe. In through the nose, out through the nose. Create some heat in your body. Hands come to the earth. Take that left foot back to meet the right. Plank. Elbows in. Drop your knees. Bring it down nice and slow. Halfway, take a pause. All the way up and through. Cobra. Tuck those toes, down dog. 3 nice breaths in down dog, or if you want a child's pose, take that as well. Find the breath. Follow your breath from the lowest point of your belly to the crown of your head. Lengthen your neck here. Is your head just hanging, or is it intentionally part of this form? Eye gaze at your fingers. Take the walk right on up to your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Separate through feet, hips distance apart. Bend your knees, sink through the heels. Hands to heart center, finding the base first. Lift up through the heart. Find your arms in front. Draw those shoulders back. Chair pose. Hands rise. Now, if you come into hands rise and you bolster out through those ribs, bring it in. If you have big sway back here, think about bringing bottom rib in to top hip bone. Set it down. Breathe. Eye gaze up. Heart lifts. Inhale, rise. Gratitude. Exhale, release the distractions, back bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands come to your heart center. Find yourself in heart center here. So we are going to shift our weight to that left foot and inhale, right leg up. So knee, hips, height. Flex those right toes towards the nose. Take the right knee out to the right. Take it back center. Now here's the trust. One-legged chair, bend that left knee. Now take that right leg back. We're in that crescent lunge. Hands rise. Nice. Drop to the knee. Right hand underneath right shoulder, and let's twist it open. Opening up to this twist. Now once we find that perfect form, you can tuck those right toes, lift it up. Take the left hand in front of that left leg. You can swing your right toes over to the left, or you can drop your right heel down and lift your right hand up. Nice. Okay, beautiful. Right hand comes down towards the ground. Separate your foot between them. Shift your weight to that left foot. Standing L, lift the right leg. Now here's the challenge. You can just drop the right leg next to the left, or you can bend that left leg. Bend that right knee, bring the knees together, and come up one-legged. Bring that right knee back up. Little balance challenge, because we don't feel so balanced in this world right now, yes? But it's his strength that will guide us. Lower that right foot down. Beautiful. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, cactus arms, heart lifts. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Shift your weight to that right foot. Same thing on this side. Now let's see if we can remember what we did, right? Inhale, left leg rises. Flex those left toes. Find the core. So lift up to that lower belly, let the shoulders relax. Okay, we're going to find that one-legged chair. So push through the heel. Then take your left leg back. Nice crescent lunge, hands rise. So we find our form. We've already been in this. Squeeze it. Hands come to heart center. Lower the left knee down. Left hand underneath left shoulder. Twist it open to the right. Once you find this twist, tuck those left toes and just lift the knee off the ground. So you're keeping your hips low. Bring the right hand inside of that right foot. Swing those left toes over to the right and lift that left hand up. Bring that left hand down towards the ground. Take your hands around your foot. Lift it up. Shift your weight to that right foot. Left leg rises, standing L. Let the torso just hang. Now here's your challenge. Knees together, bend those knees, find stable balance on that right foot. Bring it up. I am shaking this morning. Hello. Knee up and lower it down. Beautiful practice. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, cactus arms, lift it up. I give you my heart, Father. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands come down towards the ground. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take that right leg back halfway, 3 feet. Walk it over to the right, right-legged forward fold. Bend those knees, grab opposite elbows, and just hang. Maybe you sway side to side. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Walk it back center. Hands to the earth. Take the left leg back to meet the right. Find your down dog. Lift up high into those toes. Drop down through the knees. And we come into a child's pose. So taking some time in this child's pose, come back to gratitude in your life. What are you thankful for? It may be that you feel heat in your body right at this moment. Maybe like me, I'm super thirsty and I didn't bring my water bottle in with me. That I am aware, are you aware of what your needs are for your body? Palms up here. And maybe this is the quiet place that you need to silence the noise of the world, the crazy of your brain, the fear that this world wants us to have, and we give it all to Him. Release it all. Give it all to Him. What are your worries, your cares, your fears, your anxieties? And then with your palms open, maybe you just ask God, can you fill me with your strength to get through this day? Father, can you give me the peace that I need to be the person you want me to be? This moment, this day. I choose your will in my life, your ways. And when you're ready, let's bring it over to our back. You can have as long a conversation as you need to have with the Lord, or you can bring it to your back when you're ready. So slowing it down, we're going to come to our back. And when you get there, gently bring your knees into your chest. And I want you to take this opportunity just to love yourself as you are, with all of the stuff that you're holding on to still. The anxiety and the fear. I love myself. I love myself at this moment just the way I am. Thank you for getting me through an hour of this class, to be intentional about my movement, my heart space. And lower the feet down towards the ground. Shift the hips over to the left and drop the knees over to the right. Take the eye gaze to the left. Coming into that side twist, see if you can exhale out any tension that you're still holding on to. So sometimes it's that really full inhale. Fill the lungs as full as you can, and then exhale out through the mouth, nice and slow. Feel the power of the breath here. It can certainly give us some peace for this day. Inhale, bring the knees up. Straighten out those hips. Shift the hips over to the right and drop the knees over to the left. Eye gaze goes to the right. Same due diligence on this side. Full inhale. Gentle exhale. And gently bring those knees up. Keep the knees bent, bend the feet. Take the right foot on top of the left, press that right knee away. Draw that left knee up towards that left shoulder. Interlock your fingers underneath that left thigh. Exhales, drawing that left knee towards the left shoulder. Inhales, just holding. So you give yourself the opportunity to be present for the good, the better, and the best. Challenge yourself here and then find the best place to hold. And go ahead and release that left leg down. Right foot comes to the earth. Left foot comes up on top of that right thigh. Press that left knee gently away, and then bring that right knee up towards right shoulder. Interlock your fingers underneath the thigh, right knee, right shoulder. Utilize those exhales once again. Maybe exhaling, drawing it a little bit closer, right knee to the shoulder. Holding through those exhales for the inhales. Lower down towards the ground. Press the feet into the ground, hands to the earth. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, lift the hips up. Press the feet into the earth. Walk those shoulders together. Now you can just walk those shoulders together and keep your hands down, or you can interlock your fingers behind your hips. Maybe you walk your heels closer to your glutes. Lift the pelvis up, chin away from chest, lengthen through the neck here. See if you can unsqueeze your glutes and press the feet into the ground. And then lift up high to those toes. Round the back and lower down one vertebrae at a time. Knees to chest. Couple circles here. Lower the feet down towards the ground. Soles of feet together. Knees go out. Butterfly.
Utilize those exhales here, breathing in God's life into your body through your nostrils. Breathe it in. And on the exhale, releasing. It's a choice to release what's heavy for you. Try not to analyze any tension in your body, but just maybe take this opportunity to release it. Extend your feet out when you're ready, coming into corpse pose. Big inhale here. Take the largest inhale you can. Fill your lungs as full as they'll go. And exhale out through the mouth. Let your body melt into the earth. Let's try that again. Inhale nice and big. Exhale it out. Do as many of those deep inhales and large release of exhales to see if you can get your bodies to lay heavy onto the mat. And maybe you come back to that vision that you're laying in God's hands because it feels uncertain. But He's there for us, trusting that there is a plan. Finding peace in this day. Rest assured that He will give you strength. I'll pray us out. Father, we know that You're sovereign over all, but there's times that we just doubt it. It's been crazy the last 2 weeks. Some of us have lost our jobs. Some of us have kids that are on the front lines. We have nurses and doctors in our families that are out there. It's uncertain. It brings me to tears because there is so much pain in this world. Lord, I just ask that you use us to be a bright light, to maybe show some healing and some strength and the peace that when all this is over, we can look back and know how you've grown us. Lord, I pray that you work through all those people on the front lines, all the administrators, our government, our president. I pray for all of the small business owners and their businesses that have had to shut down so that we could be healthy and safe. Let us covet this time of slowing down. Let us come to a place of peace and connection, even though we're not together. Lord, I thank you for this time on our mat together. I thank you for this beautiful community that we can connect this way. Give us all peace on this day. Just all encourage somebody who's not feeling so peaceful. We praise you and your sovereignty over everything that's going on. In Jesus' name, amen. So as you rise, I'm going to leave this on a little bit longer, or you can put it in the comments after. If you have a prayer request, you can even private message, and I would love to pray for you or give you a call and pray with you. I hope you have a blessed day. Rise slow. Spend some time in stillness. Peace be with you.